Welcome back to the shop. You know the drill. Hope you enjoy this next video. And here is our next project. Another axe. I know I do a lot of them, but I enjoy them. This one here is kind of different and special. My cousin married a guy from Canada, and he is wanting to get in to doing more camping. And he asked me if I had some axes that I could sell. And although I have a bunch, I don't know that I have a huge selection as far as what somebody might want. And so I suggested that he go on eBay, find exactly what it is that he wants, and I would gladly fix it up for him. So he found this here. It's a, let me read it here, make sure I get it right. A Howlands Samson quality, and it looks to be a pretty good axe. I did some looking up online about it, and it looks like, I thought he had said it was a Canadian company, but the information that I found on Howlands is that it's in Shelburne Falls, Massachusetts is where the company is. So I'm not really sure on all the details about this, but the handle is in very good shape. It's nice and straight. It's got some, I think it's got some pretty good grain orientation. Once we clean that up, we'll be able to see it better. It's very rough cut, but it has a really nice shape to it. The axe, I'm not sure, is probably at least a 3.5 pound head. Might be 4, but we'll weigh that when we get it taken off. The eye there has been very poorly, the head's been very poorly hung, has all those nails and things in it. So we're going to remove the head. We'll drift it out of the eye, clean this up, scrape and sand this handle and give it a good dunk in the linseed oil, and then we'll put this thing back together and have something that my cousin can be proud of. So let's get to it. One thing I want to mention here, as I don't know if you can see it and if it's how noticeable it is on the video, but this thing has been beat with a hammer and is kind of mushroomed in. One thing, unless the pole has been hardened, which usually these rounded poles are not generally hardened. This is just a plain axe. The bit would be hard, but the pole is not. This is never to strike metal, and metal is never to strike this. And I know a lot of people use these as a wedge, and so if they don't get through the whatever it is that they're trying to split, they will many times take a sledgehammer or a large hammer and beat on the pole and push it the rest of the way through. And it's never really meant to be done that way. So we're going to have to clean this up here and get this eye shaped nicely so that we can get this in good shape the way it's supposed to be. All right, that handle looks to be in good shape. We're going to drop it down here just a little bit and get it further down the shoulder. So we should be able to get rid of all of this wood up top here and get that fit nicely. Doesn't look like there's a whole lot of damage there. It'll probably file out as we get that fit going. The rest of this, it's got a few nicks in it. I don't know if I can get all those nicks out, but it won't hinder or harm use of the handle. The head looks to be in really good shape. Needs to be cleaned out really well. All right, I think we're ready to give this a good sharpening. Let's get our axe vise out here, get it into our carpenter's vise, take that thing, crank it in there, get that locked down tight. We're going to use our little rag trick here. Put our rag there and lay our file on there and take a look, and let's give it some swipes and see where we're at. All right, for new viewers, This here is my can of kerosene, and I keep some stones in there, particularly an axe puck. It's all saturated with kerosene. You can use water, you can use kerosene, you can use diesel fuel. Diesel fuel is really dirty and oily and everything. I like kerosene. It evaporates better and it works well for washing away the particles, but it also is not combustible like gasoline is. Gasoline will explode, the fumes will explode. So this here is just a little bit safer and it still works well. Now I've got a nice burr on this edge right here, so we're going to start on this edge, and you can really pretty much sharpen an axe with a bastard file, but this here just tweaks it a little bit, and we're going to start with the smooth side and take off that burr and keep working it back and forth till we get a good sharp edge. Now, this is a leather wheel that I made, and it just gives me a final stropping on certain things. An axe is kind of difficult to put onto a strap or a strop, so this is just a good way to finish and clean up that edge. All right, let's see what we got here. That is a good sharp axe. Well, can't get started. Like it. Let's come on down here on the bench and do a wrap up. All right, I think that gets it done. It's the first time I've seen this brand, and it seems to be a really good quality axe head. The thing I'm curious about is this handle. I can't tell if it's just older. It just doesn't look like hickory to me, but it may very well be. And it doesn't have to be hickory, it could be ash. Ash is something that they use for handles as well. Grain orientation, I think, looks good. Love the shape of the handle. Feels really good in the hand. So I think you'll get my cousin will get a lot of use out of it. So I think we're going to wrap this up and call it done. Get a coat of oil here on it, and I think what I'm going to do is on the next video, let's go ahead, I've got enough time, let's put a mask, let's build a mask for it, and that way it'll be safe. You saw how sharp it was, so we need to cover that edge. So thanks so much for joining me on this. This was entertaining. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share with a friend. Hope to see you on the next video. Thanks so much for your time. Like I always say, never take it for granted. Have a great day and God bless.